Hi friends, happy Thursday. I always have to look at the calendar because I never know what day it is. I am here to make up my live from yesterday. Ended up having my nephew a little bit later yesterday, not much. His dad was having vehicle trouble, so I had to bring him home. So I wanted to come on and do this live with you guys to make up for that. So I apologize I wasn't live when I said I was going to be. We're gonna do the Easter sitter. It's brand new. These are the mini tiered tray sets. Hey Deborah, that go with the little truck sitter. So these are $15 each. You can get the truck for $15. You can get the Easter inserts for $15, and there's gonna be many more to come, but right now I just have the Easter, but I wanted to get that painted and show you guys. Bear with me just a minute while I get us pulled up over here. I do wanna make sure that I am where I need to be and that everything is correct here before I continue. And I don't even have my towel. That's all right. We'll just paint right on the table today. No big deal. All right, I do have us pulled up and ready to go. So I tagged or linked the kits up in the description or down in the description, wherever it goes. So the truck sitter is by itself, and this holds, you can put some of the bigger ones in here too, but it's specifically for the mini tiered tray kits. So this is $15 DIY kit that you can put together, which we already did a live to do that. And then the Easter set, let me tip you guys down, see if you guys can see it here. Got a cute little Easter bunny that will go in the back of the truck, pot of flowers, another little bunny, and then we've got some eggs that say Easter, and for the very bottom of the truck we got some cute little carrots. So I'm gonna just keep you guys tipped down so that we can go ahead and paint. Let me get out. I don't even have any colors ready or nothing. I'm in the middle of cleaning. I got a busy day of stuff to get done. When I'm done here, I have to work on my class that I'm taking. I made a post about, I'm doing scale your box, just to learn how to better serve my customers and make sure that my box is the best box out there for you all. So I've got to work on that class today. I've got a meeting at noon, school pickup, lots of cleaning, just little things, but I thought I would hop on here and do this right now so I don't forget or don't run out of time. I want my lid go back on. Paint all over myself, and I don't have a Kleenex box down here anymore, of course. Hold on, I'm gonna have to grab a towel. Hold, please. Sorry about that. Thought I was gonna do all right with what I had. Okay. Just gonna put that on my lap so that I can make a mess. So I'm gonna use, just getting out some fun colors, I guess. I'm gonna get out two different greens. I'm gonna get out some blue. I got pink. Let's find a purple. We got pink, purple. All right, we might need probably a yellow for Easter and maybe some orange because we're gonna have our carrots. Let me find that as well, and then we should be good. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey Stacy, welcome. All right, so I always like to use two different color greens, especially when I'm doing like flowers, just gives it more dimension. I'm gonna go ahead and just get all these little colors out on my plate right now so that as I go, I can keep going instead of stopping to put more paint out. Obviously, we'll probably have to do some refills, but that's all right. Maybe not, it's a small kit. So they are just little mini things. Let me, oh, I don't even know if I have my tape measure in here anymore. I've been measuring for new furniture. I don't have it. These are like, I don't know, maybe 8 by 8 or 7 by 7, something like that. They're not very big. And then the little inserts that go inside them are teeny tiny too. All right. That's what happens when you hop on and you're not completely prepared. Good morning, Brandy. So let's start with, I'm gonna start with our little bunny gnome. So he is just a cute little bunny gnome. I like gnomes. Hopefully you like gnomes. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint him white just to start. I'm just gonna do the whole thing white. It'll give me a good base. Some of it's gonna stay white, so it'll be the first coat for that, and then some of it will have some different colors on here. You guys, if you purchase the kits and you can't find the lives after, the replays always live here in this group, but if you have trouble finding them, I also have my YouTube channel where I post them to make it easier to find. So you can always go find them there and you can search them there. That's the good thing, is that they're searchable. I think you can search on Facebook too, but I don't always use the correct title to go with the kit name, so it's not as easy. Very rainy day. It is supposed to be rainy here too. Ooh, Netflix. It's a good day. All right. So that's where I'm starting. I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry a second, or this part's actually already dry, so I'm gonna do my second coat here on what I'm gonna keep white. This part's gonna be gray. I'm gonna have this part white. So I'm gonna just leave the middle part with the one coat. If I go over a little, it's fine. I gotta be perfect there. And then I'm gonna do this bottom part so his little feet are white. So see what I mean there? I left that middle part. I didn't do a second coat of white on the middle part. Hey, Debbie. And I'm gonna do gray for the middle part. And it's gonna get kind of, might not be easy because I'm working in the middle there. So let's see about, I've got all my brushes set aside to take upstairs and boil. Hopefully I can clean them up. I've been very bad with my brushes. So I'm just gonna use a brush for the middle part, just to kind of keep the paint where I want it to be. It's a little bit easier to control than the sponges are. And this brush didn't get cleaned very well, so you can probably hear it like scratching. It's not painting as good as it could, but that's all right. I don't use my brushes as much, and when I do, I don't ever make the time to clean them because I just don't think about it until I come downstairs to use them again and they don't work because they're all crusty. I'm gonna have to clean up the edges here. I should have used a smaller brush. It's all right though. I'm gonna take some little bits of white in here as well and just kind of run it through in the direction that I would want that his hair would flow, to break it up a little bit. I didn't mix it in completely, I just kind of broke it up. Let's see if I can find a little brush to clean the edges up with. So go back into my white, and I'm just gonna go right along the edge here to clean that part up, which I think this has the top part, so that's probably not even gonna be seen. But this part down here definitely needs to be cleaned up. I went over my edges. There we go. And then I'll just go back over it with a third coat just to make sure that that white matches all the way through that piece. Because otherwise you can see, like right there, you can see that like outline look. But this part I don't think has to have it. Let's see. It doesn't, because it's gonna get covered. So I'm not gonna, well, the back parts will not. That's all right, we're just gonna do it. It's easier to just cover it extra than it is to try to go back around things later. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and push this piece off to the side a minute, and I'm gonna finish a second coat on this piece. Hello, Andrea. I think I got too much paint on there. There we go. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. And I think this is, looks like it might still be a little bit wet. We're gonna go and do the inside of our little bunny feet next. I'm gonna do that with pink, but I think it's dry enough to do, so we're gonna try it. Yeah, it looks like it's good. If it's not dry enough, it's just gonna lighten your pink, and then you could just wait until it dries more to continue. So I'm just gonna do like the little pads of his feet. I'm gonna do the same thing with his little bunny ears in just a minute. These kits are perfect because they're teeny tiny, so they don't take up very much space at all if you have a small space or you just want to decorate a little shelf or something. Okay, and then we'll go up here to his ears. It's funny, I feel like the smaller pieces always take longer to paint than the bigger pieces. Maybe because they require a little bit more patience and detail, I don't know, but that's what I find. Hi, Rosie. Okay, so now I am gonna set this off to the side to dry. I'm gonna take his ears here and I'm gonna give him a nose. Let's do his nose. Let's do his nose in pink too. Why not? Okay, now we're gonna let that dry. So then over here, oops, I didn't even think about these pieces while we were doing our white. We're gonna wanna do this in white as well. These are gonna be our 3D pieces over top of his feet. So I'm gonna get my first coat on here. Definitely a second coat, probably even a third coat. I think we ended up with a third coat on the other parts. We'll see how it looks in a minute. All right. And then we've got this piece. So he's got a little Easter egg that he's holding, and then he's got his hands. So I'm gonna make his hands match his nose and everything. It's just gonna be pink. Let's give him a cute little blue Easter egg, I think would be cute. Let's see if I can find another small brush. I don't have a ton of small brushes, so I might have to get some water to rinse these. All right. Brushes are horrible. I really need to take better care of them. I do have a whole bunch set aside right here that have not been cleaned in a while that I'm going to take upstairs and put in some boiling water. It should clean them, bring them back to life. And I guess if it doesn't, I'm going to toss them because they're not any good and then start over. And maybe take better care of the next set. We'll see. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Hello, Penny. Hi, Trina. Is it Trina? No, Tina. How do you say your name? Hello, Nancy. All right. Let's go over here and do our hands. And then we'll do a second coat of blue in just a second. I like this blue and pink together. That's pretty. Hi, Ramona. I don't have to babysit today, so I'm spending the day cleaning and getting caught up on my class. I haven't really got a chance to work much on my class this week, so I need to do that. Right now I'm babysitting my nephew about 4 days a week, and my sister is about to go to 12-hour shifts instead, so she'll be working less days, so I'll only have him 2 or 3 days a week, so I'll have a little bit more time to get things done. But right now I got one day. I got today to get everything done. Oh shoot, I just stuck my brush in my paint. Didn't cover how I wanted it to, and I see a lot of brush strokes in there, so I'm gonna just do another coat real quick to kind of clean that up. All right, so he's gonna be holding a cute little blue Easter egg. Let's see if we can put them together a little bit and see how he's coming together. So he should be dry enough mostly to lay this down on top here. His ears are still a little bit wet. Can you guys see him? I'm probably gonna go through and add some more white into his beard, I think, but there he is. He's super cute. And these will go on top of here. I definitely want to do another coat of white on there because it's not as white as the bottom coat or the bottom piece. Okay. Oh no. Good, nothing smeared. I got lucky there. All right, got my paint, or not my paint, my glue out. So give me a second to let this pour down here a minute. So I don't have to struggle with it too much. I am obsessed with gnomes. They're so cute, I think. I know some people don't like them, but I think they're adorable. I love gnomes and I love the trucks. All right, so we got him on there, and then we'll stick his little feet on here. Sticking to my fingers. There we go. Okay, I do think I'm gonna add some more white into his beard, but I'm gonna move on from this one for a minute. Hi, Aaron. So I don't know exactly where he's gonna go in my truck yet, but for now I'm just gonna set him here just to kind of show you. So these pieces will fit in here. We'll have our other little bunny and our flower, so they'll all fit right in the back of the truck. So now we can move on and do this little cutie. So most of him is going to be covered up, so I'm not going to worry about painting a ton. I do want his belly and his ears to be pink, and we will do his feet white. So I'm going to go over my white right here. Look at me getting paint everywhere on my table. And then we're going to do our white on our bunny. He looks like he's just gonna be a quick piece. Might do some details on him later, but he's probably just gonna be quick and easy to do. And I want his ears to be pink, so I'm just gonna paint his ears on the bottom pink. So they're pop through there. And I want his belly to be pink, but I don't think I need to paint the whole thing. So let's see here. Probably about here. I'm just guesstimating. You could paint the whole thing too. Sometimes it does make it easier to just paint the whole thing, so you don't have to guess. So I'll just actually spread it right over to kind of thin the paint out and get rid of the brush strokes, but should cover what we're gonna see through our bunny. So he's got these teeny tiny little cutouts for his eyes, and I see one of them didn't cut. So you can try to poke it through with like a pen or something. I'm not worried about it. It's not poking through, but you can try to poke them through like that. So there's what our bunny's gonna look like. I do need to go up a little bit higher with the pink. All right, and then we're gonna do a couple more coats of white on our top part of our bunny. Love them too. That is a cute idea, Ramona. That's adorable. All right, I'm gonna let him, sorry, I'm gonna let him dry real quick, and then we're gonna do another coat of white over his top part, and I'm just gonna do a little bit more white on his feet because those are gonna stick out the bottom, so we do want that to match too. Oh, you know what I didn't do? That's all right, I'm not gonna do it yet because I wanna put some white on his beard. I didn't put his hands and his egg on here. Oops. My goodness, my hand's got the glue stuck to him now. There we go. That's what he's gonna look like. Hi, Vicky. All right, we should be able to do our next coat of white on our bunny. And then, whoops, I'm gonna do his feet as well. We want them to match. If we do 3 coats on the top, we should do 3 coats on the bottom part as well. Get out some glue. Oh no, I left my glue sitting out here and I'm getting glue all over my table. Hopefully it didn't dry yet because I don't want a big blob sitting on my table. And just try to line that up good. Let me try and get this off the table real quick, guys. Well, thankfully it did not dry yet, so that was good. Where'd my lid go? Okay, so there's bunny number 2, super cute. We've got some little pens we can use to make his face stand out a little bit more, but I don't have this one on here yet either. So here we go, we got 2 little bunnies in the back of our truck now. Then, oops, actually, let's just go right over to this piece. Let's finish this guy up. I'm gonna add some white into his beard. I'm just kind of going in the direction that his hair would flow in. I like it. If you think that it's too much though, you could always go back in with some more gray to tone that down, but I think it looks all right. So I'm gonna leave it just like that. I'm gonna glue down my little Easter egg in my hands. And now this little piece is finished. You could do your egg, you could make like little designs on it, would be cute, like stripes or polka dots or something on. I might add some polka dots, that might be cute on there. So many different things that you can do. Hi Tina, hello, hello. Let's do our little flowers next. What are they, tulips? Is that what you call these, I think? I'm not a flower person, so I'm not the one to tell you what they're called. Let's do, so this is obviously like the greenery. So we're gonna have this in different greens. I think I'm gonna do this in blue and do a pink and a purple flower maybe. We'll see. I have this, that's gonna take forever. I have the blue brush, but we're gonna sponge it on instead. There's that. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. We'll do a pink and a purple one, and then we'll do our cute little Easter egg and maybe yellow and orange. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to use this same brush I've been using blue with to dip into my greens. I just kind of, excuse me, just kind of cleaned it off with my towel. And I like to do different greens. So I'll use a little bit of a darker green and then a lime green and just kind of alternate them. It gives your piece more dimension. It does start to kind of blend after a while too, but you can keep them separate if you wanted to completely. Just don't, you know, like do every other one before you go back into your color. I don't like to do it that way. I like to have the dimension. I like to make it look a little bit more real. So I don't know how good you can see that in the camera, but you can see the different colors on there. Add your second coat of blue. I like that blue. I think it's really pretty. And then I'm gonna do some greenery for our stems here. And we do have some leaves on the flowers as well. And I just chose to do each stem a different color. So one's lime and one's the darker green. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my leaves over here that I did before. One leaf will be one color, the next leaf will be another color, but they're gonna kind of, oh, actually I don't need to do that at all because that's gonna be my 3D part. Well, ignore me. So what I did then instead is have a darker leaf on the lighter stem. And then I'll have a lighter leaf on the darker stem. And I should be able to glue this piece down. I'm gonna stick the glue right on the piece this time. Try to avoid gluing my fingers to it. Probably would have been easier to paint that egg first. I probably should have done that, but that's okay. Hi, Tammy. So up here, we've got our flowers. They're gonna be the 3D pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponges to do this part. I'm gonna have a pink flower and I'm gonna have a purple flower. Are tulips pink and purple? No, probably not, who knows? Maybe they are. I'm not a flower person. But this is make-believe, so we can make them whatever color we want them to be. Got some dried paint on here. All right, gonna dip that into my purple. And it looks like, I think I'm gonna do a second coat of this purple. It's kind of light, so we're gonna let that dry a second. I think these are gonna be super cute. And then maybe I'll do the little internal parts, opposite colors of the flower. So like the purple one will have pink. Like I said, it's all make-believe. This part is not real at all, right? We don't have to have it look like something real. So for our egg, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brush up again, just wiping it on my towel. I don't rinse usually. And then I'm gonna do orange and yellow. So I'm gonna make my egg orange, and I'm gonna do the stripe in the middle in yellow. And I am having to paint around this because I didn't think I should have waited to glue that greenery on there. Okay, and then I'll rinse, or not rinse it, dry it again, wipe it up, and go into some yellow. And the reason that I'm doing this one in yellow and orange is I'm gonna have to have some yellow and orange for my carrots down below, and I kind of want to have the same colors all around. Plus we've got our Easter eggs to do still, and they spell out the word Easter, so we'll use those in there too. So I want to have a little bit of all the colors all over my piece. That keeps your eyes moving too, and just makes your piece more visually appealing, I guess is the word. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I guess it doesn't matter which color goes where. I go here and I'll make these little guys pink, and we'll stick the purple flower on this part. I'm gonna dry this paint off of here, and I'm gonna dip it into purple. Do the same thing over here. All right, and I'm just gonna let that dry a second. Thank you. Tulips come in a variety of many colors. Awesome, Tammy. I'm not being too imaginative then. So far, this is what we've got. I think I can go ahead and glue these down. I think that's dry enough that it's not gonna hurt anything. So I'm just gonna put my glue right on my piece. I'll do my second coat around the 3D piece. That's not a problem. So there they are, how cute. Oops. Kind of slid down on me. Let it lay flat a minute so that I don't mess that up. And I'm gonna paint my second coat around these real quick. Oops, still not dry. It keeps sliding it around. Okay, so done with that piece, other than maybe some details in a minute we might come back and do. Hi, Tanya. Weather is making my internet wonky. Oh no, Deborah, I'm sorry. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy your Netflix. All right, so then we've got, on our truck, we've got this little part right down here that would be interchangeable. Where did my other piece to that go? There's a circle that goes around it, and I don't know where mine went, but it would go right into the circle, whatever. It doesn't matter that it's not there. I'm going to bring some of our colors down into this piece. I'm gonna make the background yellow, and my carrots obviously are gonna be orange with green stems. That just kind of brings more of the color all over the project. And then where'd my green one go? I guess maybe I was using this one for green probably, I don't remember. I'm gonna use my green, and I'm just gonna kind of dip into both colors, a little bit of each, and just kind of not blend it, but instead of going and doing one side of the carrot in each color, both little stem parts will be the same color. They're just not gonna blend completely. I don't know, it's teeny tiny, you might not be able to even tell. I'm gonna take a sponge and I'm gonna do a yellow background. For our carrots to sit on. And then we get to do our cool Easter eggs. I think I might do an extra or a second coat on these, so I'm gonna set them aside. But we're gonna work on our eggs, and obviously the eggs are gonna be white, and then I'm gonna do the letters in all different colors to match the rest of our project. So go ahead and start getting our white sponge down here, because these will need at least a second coat. Whoops. I don't think I have string small enough to string these right now, so I'm probably not gonna finish putting it together exactly. I have bigger, I use like the twine, and it's not gonna go through these teeny tiny holes on the eggs. I think all my ribbon's too thick too. All right, so there's our first coat on our eggs. So we have got E-A-S-T-E-R. So let's do, I don't know how I want to do my colors on here. I think I'm going to do E in pink. And then I'm gonna have a purple. Let's do our purple maybe on our T. I'm just kind of putting them wherever they land, I guess. I want to have a yellow and an orange. Let's do our A, yellow. How about our R and orange? Hi Heidi, hello Rhonda. I still got my blue. Let's do that over here for our S. And some of these colors are definitely gonna need a second coat, so I'll probably just do a second coat on every single one of these in a minute. E-A-S-T, let's do our lime green for our last letter. Goodness, my fingers are sticking to the pieces. Okay, I think that'll be cute. So let's do our second coat on our eggs here. You guys, people tape these down. You could tape them down. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I always walk around with paint on me, and I think it's easier than trying to tape them all down and then have to pull them back up. So I don't do that, but you could tape them down to paint them and hold them still. Same with your letters. Any of the small pieces you could do that with. Oops. And then I'm gonna go back over here, do a second coat of yellow on my piece here. Need a little bit of orange on my carrots. I'm just trying to paint my brush strokes in the direction of the carrot here. Just because if you have any left over, it doesn't look goofy. Hi, Carmen. Okay, so that piece is good. I'm gonna finish my orange right now since I'm already got orange on my brush. I'm gonna do a second coat here on the R. We are almost finished with this one today, friends. I'm just gonna dry that paint off of my brush, dip into my next color, and do my second coat here on this one. I'm gonna do the same thing on all of these, then just do a second coat on the colors for my word Easter. I love this blue, it's so pretty. I don't even know, what is this one? This one's Atlantis from Apple Barrel. I've had that for a long time. I don't know if they still have the same, if it's still the same name or not. I know they've redone some of their colors. All right, now we get to start gluing it all together. Okay, I'm gonna do my carrots first because this should be ready. And I'm just gonna kind of put them in between the little dots on here to center it, like so. I don't have any Velcro yet either. I keep saying that and not getting any from the store. I'll eventually get some. I do so many crafts and change it out so much to have examples for you guys that I don't really use the pieces. I paint them and photo them for you and then move on to the next. So I don't usually actually Velcro mine down unless it's something that is going to be up for a while. Hi, Karen. Okay. Let me see if I have some of my little micron markers here. I know I do have them, but where did I put them is the question. I love the little micron markers for details, but you want to make sure your paint is completely dry before you do this or you'll ruin them. So I'm just going to go into my carrot and make the little carrot marks they're already etched on here, so you don't have to make them yourself. I'm just going to kind of make them a little bit more noticeable, make them stand out a little bit more. See what I did there? And then the same thing over here I'm going to do to my Easter egg. I'm going to outline parts of my flowers. I'm not going to outline every piece, but I'm going to do some parts of it here. You can do more or less, however you want to do it. And I'm going to go into my little bunnies, and I'm going to make their faces more noticeable for you with the etching. And he's got like little etches on his feet, so I'm going to go in and do that. And he's got some on his hat here. Just like so. Just makes them stand out a little bit more. And that's all I'm gonna do with that. And then I can go back in with my small brush. Sometimes I like to go back in with that and do some highlights on my white parts, but I think I'm gonna do that a little bit. So I'm gonna add some. I'll put some on some of my flowers. I'm gonna do that on I don't know, I don't really know where I want them. Just wherever you put them. I mean, there's no right or wrong. I'm gonna add little dots on my ends here. I want little polka dots on my egg on the middle part. Usually when I do my polka dots, I use the end of my brush. I didn't do that this time, but... And these all lighten up too after you have walked away from them. They're not gonna stay as noticeable, the white on there. And I'm just gonna go over here and give him a little highlight on his nose, on his hands. I think we'll give him some polka dots on his Easter egg. Oops. So there we go, just a few little details. Thank you. And then when it's all done and you're happy with your outlines and your details and whatever you want to put on there, we're gonna go ahead and they sit right in the truck like this. How cute. This part will get some Velcro so that you can change it out with the different seasons, but that would stay on there. And then I don't, like I said, I don't have the string. So let me kind of lay it down and do this, how it would look, because I don't have any string to actually string it either. So E, A, S, T, E, R. So there you go. That's how your back end's gonna look when it's all done. With your pieces inside there, you'll have your little banner strung across and like your license plate, I guess is what you would call that little piece down there that's interchangeable. So super cute little project. I did link the kits in the description of the video if you want to purchase. And I'll save this to my YouTube channel as well, so it's easier to find for you to come back and paint on the replay. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I wasn't live last night like I said I was going to be. I am supposed to be live again, what's today? At 10 a.m. on Monday the 13th. So join me Monday if you're able to. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.